Good morning, everyone. This is Fahad. I'm your new host for your FAQ Fridays. Thank you very much for joining in. All right, so there are some other people coming in, so I'm just going to let them in. All right, I think this is it. All right. So guys, if you have any questions or if you feel like if you're stuck anywhere or just anything in general, just let me know. You can unmute yourself and just ask your question, and I will definitely try to help you out and answer your question. Guys, are you able to hear me? Please drop a, a s- like a text in the chat box. Just let me know if you can hear me. Right, awesome. I can see Jodine is saying she can. All right, that's great. Okay, let's see. All right, so the last person has joined in, but if anyone else comes in, then yeah, I'll definitely let them in. All right, guys. So if you have any questions, please drop that in the chat. Uh, if you don't want to unmute yourself, otherwise it's good. Or I can just share my screen and just go through some common questions asked by our users. So it can be help for all of you. So if that sounds good, just drop me something in the chat and I can then go ahead and do this.
Hey, I actually have a request.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Could you just go through a simple build out of a simple funnel like that also attaches the workflow? Because I mean, we talk about it in, segments, but there's no like one place when somebody's new, that they can just use that as a template. Is that something that you could
Hmm.
do so that we have, just a base to kind of direct people to?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I can surely give you a walkover that how you can do it. So let me just go ahead and share my screen here. Right. And let me just check if anyone else is joining. All right, not at this moment. All right, guys. So I think you can see my screen, hopefully. All right. So this is just like a test account, which I've already opened up. So if someone wants to open or build uh, funnels, so it's a very simple process. So once you're on your dashboard, you just scroll down from the left side panel to sites, and then you can come to funnels because funnel is the first default option you will see. Now, depending on your account, you will see, because this is a demo account, so we have already made some few funnels. But once you get your own account, you will see you will have some pre-built funnels already there, right? And you can just edit them and customize it. Now, in case if you want to build a brand new funnel, so you can also do that as well. You just come to new funnels and you're going to select from templates and you just click on continue. So now over here, you'll see there are like 1,000 plus pre-built templates. and there's like a lot of options. So you just have to go over, see what aligns with your business, and what will be the right fit for you, and you can just select one of them. Just for the sake of this call, I'll select, let's see. All right, let's just select this one. Skincare sales. All right, sorry about that. All right, I am selecting it. Oh, I just didn't click on it. All right, so you can see a preview that how it will look once it's ready. But this is just like the general overview of this funnel. So, if someone has a skincare brand, then they can definitely utilize this funnel. It actually looks great. All right, so let's just click on continue. So now the system is going to add the template in your account. So that's what it's doing right now. All right, I'm just going to check the chat here. All right, chat. Okay, anyone else joining in? Okay, I think, all right, I think we are good. No one else is joining right now. All right, so this is the template here. Now you can play around with it. So is basically drag and drop. So for example, if you want to edit this, on the right-hand side panel, you'll have the option. And now this is the headline. So you can, add different fonts, you can change the color as well. You can even animate it. So lots of options you can see they're available here. All right. Let's see if we can try to care. All right. I don't want to learn this, but yeah, care for myself. And over here, you can, add your logo as well. Now, if you click on elements here, so you see you have like options to add even more stuff here. So the right hand side panel is basically for the elements you already see that you can customize. But if you want to add something new, then you will just click on this plus sign and add elements. So you can add different rows, different sections. Uh, there are like lots of options you can add. You can even add, buttons here if I want to add here. So, all right, we have it here. Now let's just, for the sake of it, I'm just going to save it. All right, I think it's saved. All right. Okay, so this is like the home page, and this is like a basic thank you page. So if someone buys something through this funnel, then once they click on buy, put their card in, then the thank you page will come in. All right, someone else is joining in. Okay, just going to let them in. All right. Now over here, once you come to settings, right? If you have a domain already in your account connected, you can just add your domain or a subdomain if you have added, and you're just going to select it from here, and you're just going to click on save. So now it will be attached to your domain or your subdomain, right? And let's see. Now, automation is different. Is automation is basically workflows, so anything which happens in the background, anything which is automating. A good example for it will be, you book an appointment with a doctor or with anyone, and you get like an appointment reminder 24 hours before, or you get a reminder 1 hour before, or if they just send you a scheduling link. So it's like all automated and is done through a workflow. And in order to do that, you will see on your account, you will have some pre-built workflows. But if you want to create a new one, then you can just simply uh, click here. Let's see. All right, yeah. So if you want to build it from scratch, you can do that. So scratch it, you just starting it by yourself, right? But if you just want to follow some templates, just like the funnel we built right now using a template. So you can do that as well. So if you click on select a recipe, I'm just going to click on it. All right. So you see there are some pre-built templates which you can access. Now let's see if I want to use okay. Right. So this one, the one I was just talking about in the example I gave, so this is the one, appointment confirmation plus reminder. So if I click on it, right? Okay. So this is what basically happens. So you can see we just selected status, we just give it a name, and we're going to select the event type. So if you're doing the appointment is confirmed, so if this is the status, this is basically a filter, right? So if the filter is appointment status is confirmed, so this workflow will begin. And that's actually the trigger point. So the first thing it will do is going to send like a confirmation email that, hey, your appointment has been confirmed. And if you have any questions, you can just customize it according to yourself, and you can even add a Zoom link. Right. I think Jody, let's see. Yes, please, Jody, go ahead if you want to ask something.
Yeah, so the other day I was looking at the recipes and they had one where it was to request a um oh like a review, like almost a testimony. It seemed like it was a testimonial one. And so
Testimonial
in
one.
that recipe it actually has a um a tag where it says request review. Does that do anything? Do you know on that particular one? So if you
Yes. So, yes, yes. So the one you're talking about is basically where you can send reviews to your clients. So for example, if you have your Google My Business page connected to your account, then you have the option that you can send your clients or your users review requests. So for example, you had a meeting with a client and you felt like it was actually great, and you just want to add their review, and you can even add that on your website as well. You can
oh,
send them a review, and it can be automated as well to our workflow. So once the call is done, like for example, 15 minutes later, all right, let me just start it. Right. So 15 minutes later, it's going to send like an email or an SMS asking the client to, give a review, and it will have the link in it. They will just go ahead and add it. So this is
okay.
how you can do it as well. Yep.
Okay, that
Mhm.
makes sense. All right. Thank you for that clarity.
You're welcome. All right. So yeah, this was it about the workflows and everything. If anyone else has any, questions, or if they want to ask something, you can just raise your hand, or you can, just simply uh, drop it in the chat, and I can look into it. All right. Okay. Let's see.
So when you were doing that workflow, then how do you attach that to the funnel?
All right. Let's go ahead and figure that out right now. All right. Let me just share my screen again. Okay. All right. So first of all, we'll come to automations. Let's see if I can find that new. Sorry about that. Okay, calendar automation.
If you hit your
I'm
timer
just
on
going to
the top,
select.
it'll pull it up.
Oh, yes, yes, that's right. All right, this is the one. Thank you for that, Jody. All right, so this is the one which we actually created. Now let's go ahead. This is the confirmation email. Let's just add a new one. So and just to confirm again, so your question was basically if you can attach a specific funnel to a workflow, right?
Well, I was just having you do like the from like beginning to end of how to build out a funnel and attach the workflow because there's nothing that shows you got to piecemeal it together, right? And if you don't know what you're looking for when you're first starting, so I was just looking for
Yes.
something that had the full sequence in it, so you could say, "Hey, go watch this," and you'll always have the recipe in front of
Yes. So in this case, like you cannot connect a funnel with a workflow because those are like two different things, right? It's like your website, but yeah, if there is any action you want to perform, for example, through your funnel, which you recently built, and you just connect it to your domain, and a new lead comes in through that. For that, you can definitely build a workflow. So that's how you can actually connect it. Like you cannot connect the actual funnel with a workflow because there isn't any option to do that. And technically, it wouldn't be possible. But how you can connect it is basically if a new lead comes in, then you can simply build a new workflow. For example, for a new lead coming in, and if you want to send those new leads something specific, some specific emails, or if you have a sign-in course you want to attach a link with it, then you can do that through that workflow. So that's how you can actually do that. So does that uh, clear the question you had, or if you want me to give you like any other example?
no, that's and then I think the other thing too is um in their smart list is really where like if they're gonna keep communicating with them after this funnel's done, then they've got to have the smart lists put together so that they can you know continue the warm up or whatever they're gonna do, right?
Yes, yes, that's right.
Okay.
And they can even build, smart lists as well. Uh, and I believe you are familiar with it, but I can definitely, go through the smart list if anyone else, might have confusion in smart list. So smart list is basically your contact. Now, the reason we call it smart list is because we can add filters in it. So, for example, you're in your contacts and you just come here and I'm just going to click on more filters. All right, let's see which filter you want to select. All right. So, for example, if I want to select the state of New York, I don't think there will be a state of New York here. Um, all right, so we don't have state of New York here. Let's see what filter we can add. All right. So for example, if we have contacts, like 50 contacts from state of New York, okay? So you're just going to come here and select your city, right? I think it doesn't give the option to state here. Let's see. Oh yeah, it does. So you just come here, you put your state here, New York. Once you click on apply, what it's going to do, out of the 200 contacts you had, and 50 of them were from the state of New York. So once you apply this filter, it is going to create a smart list just of the contacts which are from state of New York. So that is basically a smart list that you have filtered it out according to any filter you want, whether it's to a state or a city, uh, or certain company name or email. It can do that, like or even a tag. You can see there are like multiple filters here. So it totally depends how you want to filter them out and create a smart list. So that's how actually you can do it, right? Right now I don't have much contact, so I cannot create a smart list at this moment, but that's the general overview that how you can do it. All right. So anyone has any other questions? Do let me know, please. All right, let's see. I'm just seeing this right now. I have so John has a question. I've been looking for the training of communities. All right, all right, community trainings. Let's see. All right, so come on, membership here. So John, because this is like a test account, usually the videos you get for the training, it should have in there the trainings for that, because right now I don't have the access for it because I'm using a test account. All right, any tips on communities? Well, for communities, the best part is I can't say like a best part, but it is totally different from your Facebook groups. And someone asked me the other day if they can connect their Facebook group with this community group. So that is not possible because those are two separate platforms. And this is your private community or your group, which you can create. And for this, anyone can join in, whether they are in your circle or not. You just share them a link and they can join in, and it's completely private, right? And in terms of like a tip, you can even make this like a paid community as well, right? So, but it totally depends if you want to keep this free or if someone joins in, you want to ask them, to pay something for that. So, you can just simply come here to offers and you can create an offer as well. And having a community, even in terms of your own personal community, it's not that big. You just have like 10 or 15 people. You can still create it, and it's actually a great way of communicating and just staying on top of whatever is happening, whether launching new updates or anything. It's actually a great way of keeping in touch with your circle.
Yeah, so I haven't discovered everything that you can do inside of it yet because I haven't set it up. So I don't know all the benefits of it yet. I've seen a few posts by Pamela on Facebook on the sales process group, but I'm still not. I still don't know what is everything that I can do with it.
John, were you in ClickFunnels?
No.
Oh, okay, because instead it's very similar to the membership sites. So, but that
Okay.
doesn't help you if you didn't know that.
Well, it just that brings up the other question: what would be the difference between our membership sites and then communities? If you would, if you know that, Fahad.
Did you
Oh,
want to answer
Yeah,
that or?
sorry about that. Actually, I lost you. Can you please repeat your question again?
yeah, I lost you.
Yep, same here. I don't know what happened, but thankfully we're back.
Yeah. Good to see you back.
Okay,
Yeah, the question was
awesome.
that what is the difference between communities and um, membership sites?
Membership sites. So the only difference between these two are membership is basically where you have created your own course and people are coming in and going through that course, whether it's free or if it's like a paid version. And community is basically a Facebook group, your private group where you can add people in, and it can be from external platforms as well. So it's just like a normal Facebook group or from Circle or from school is similar to that.
So you
And
can
the
chat,
membership
you can
area
put
is your course.
okay. So you can chat in it, you can
Yeah.
put videos in it, documents in it.
Yes. Yes. That's right. Yep.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Without without the Facebook videos being thrown in the face of my clients after they watch my video.
Definitely. That's that you can definitely do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know the team's still working on it. And at one point I put in the chat there too. Paying said it was going to be better than school, and he, he knows Sam, so I think there's a little competition going on there. So hopefully,
Yeah.
Okay.
but I know they're working. I mean, they've done a lot. But um, it's
Right.
definitely a place where you can be more protective. I guess that's at the end of the day, that's the biggest part of it, because
Yeah.
as you said,
Right.
when you got Facebook and like with anything, we're just renters because we don't own the property. So, you
Mhm.
still have to play their rules, but at
Yeah,
least you're
exactly.
not playing Zuck's rule, I guess is the big thing.
Yeah. Yeah. He gives you
Right.
something free in one hand and then takes it out of the other
True.
hand.
That's correct. Actually, like these days, especially now we're living in the age of AI, and it kind of like feels it has been going on for a long time, but it's just like like 2 years since AI and ChatGPT. Even though AI was in use for quite a long time, I believe like 10 years, but it wasn't this commercial, and people like us, they didn't have access, to actual AI. Scientists and big companies, they didn't have that. But since that, like last 2 years, they haven't like what do you call it, like a roller coaster ride. So
Mm.
everyone is coming in, and the competition is so tough. You just have to be, on top of your game. Even for us, at sales process, like every day we are just working hard and making sure that we can put out our best, adding more features in it. So, and obviously other companies are doing that as well, they're doing great as well. And that's what we try to do. All right. So I believe someone new has joined us. Hi there.
Hi, Fa. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Doing really good. Yeah, I
Awesome.
have a few questions. I just need to find my paper. Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I'll
sure,
just.
sure. And guys, just one thing I wanted to add when we were in contact section, uh, whenever you're adding your contact list, just make sure it's in a CSV format, because sometimes people miss that spot and they just try to upload like an XLS file, which they'll be, which like is like a default file of Excel. So when they try to upload it, it doesn't go through. So that's the reason it doesn't go through, because you have to change the file format into CSV and then download it, and then you can upload it in your contact section. And right, so where are you guys joining us from? All right. Well, I can tell myself, I'm joining you guys from Toronto. It's kind of like a sunny day outside. Um, it has been hot for the past few days, especially in North America. It's like hitting like 30, 35 Celsius. So I'm just hoping, it can get better and not too hot, hopefully.
Was Toronto hit by the IT outage that's been going on?
Uh, not in Toronto primarily, but we did had a flood a couple of days ago because it rained so much.
Oh yeah.
I think I was seeing the news that it was actually a month's rain, which happened in those 2 days. So it was kind of like flooding like cars were like floating around. Um, but yeah, but by now I think it's probably fixed because it's quite sunny today. So by now the water should be gone.
Good, good. Yeah, because I was looking at this international
Hong
IT
Kong,
outage of
awesome.
airports and everything across the world. Have you heard about it?
I don't know. I haven't. Maybe it was in the news, but I haven't been following the
Yeah,
news
okay.
for
Yeah, I was wondering if we
past
were
few
going to be on
days.
tonight,
Yeah.
if Zoom was going to work, because everything is shutting down. Banks, stores, payment
Oh,
systems. It's a huge outage in many countries.
So what is
gosh.
it? Who's behind it, or what's
It's
causing it?
apparently a software system that is incompatible with Microsoft, and so somehow it created a big mess. They couldn't communicate together, the two software, so it just shut everything down. So it doesn't seem that it was a cyber attack or anything like that. It seems to be a software failure. At least that's the story they're giving us.
Hmm.
Do
Let's
do
see.
do do do
Yeah.
do.
Wow.
So I haven't heard of it here, but where are you saying that it's affecting?
The States, Australia, Europe, parts of Africa. There's I looked at a map that gives internet outages. There's only two I saw in Western Canada. There's small ones, but yeah, it's just it's huge. Big,
So that's
Uh,
interesting because if they, why is it not affecting everybody? You know what I mean? Like
right?
if it was a system that's not speaking to each other, why is it still speaking to some? That's my first question.
Yeah,
So
and that's why we need AI to tell us because they're not going to tell us.
yeah, something happened with my internet, so I just had to, connect it to my other connection. So I'm not sure if,
Yeah,
if that is affecting me as well,
it might
or
be. It might
parts of
be.
Toronto here. Yeah. Oh, hopefully this gets fixed soon.
Oh my, I hope so. Because like stores
Yeah.
had to shut down and restaurants who couldn't use their payment systems and things. So, anyways,
that's crazy.
Right. It's very
it is.
inconvenient. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was going to note
Yes.
real quick, people, they talk about using AI and, everyone kind of, I mean, obviously with funnels and content and all that, we all understand and can see how to use it. But I actually had some contracts that I've been negotiating, and through the power of AI and, knowing what prompts to put in. I mean, that's the biggest part of AI.
Yeah.
Like you got to know what to put in there. But long and short of it is, just on my contracts, I was able to gain $250,000 because I used Chat GPT through the whole
Wow.
process. So, I mean, people really, I mean, there's a big, hype about it, but, when you really do sit down and use it, um, you can make a lot of money just by, using the prompts and, um, you know,
Right.
Yep.
knowing what to ask. I think
That's
that's the biggest thing because everyone's so overwhelmed because like my daughter uses it for marketing for a little car dealership, but they're not on the paid. And, like I told her, I'm like, man, get them on the paid so that because just from 3.0 to was it 4.0 or 4, whatever they have now, it is a big difference. But there again, as long as you're putting the right prompts in, even the free one's going to be able to give you information and make your job
right.
easier.
Cool.
True. True.
And now
Well,
you can give
that's
a
actually
free
great.
webinar on how I made X amount of money using ChatGPT.
Already building the course, honey.
There you go, man. I'm all ears.
That's great. That's really awesome, Jodine, and thank you very much for sharing that.
That's a good story.
Yeah, it's just terrific. It's very inspiring to be honest, that using AI, just, ChatGPT, you can make so much money and you can be successful so much. And that's actually great. Awesome. Right,
Well, I
John,
think it
and
helps to
also yeah,
actually
drop that
know
link.
somebody that's benefited from it. You know what I mean? Like you hear all these stories and you
Right,
kind of
right.
question it, but then when you actually, when I was done with it, and and I was negotiating for a higher percentage on some um, yearly money. And when I looked up, I just looked up what is the standards, and they'd started at the lowest at 2%.
Oh my.
And then I
Mm,
negotiated 3.9. That's what I requested, and they said, "Well, how about we go at 2 or 3%?" And then I knew the owner had children, and I was like, "Well, in the end, for me to leave a legacy, that would allow me to, give a couple of my grandchildren scholarships for college." And then they came back and said, and I asked ChatGPT, I'm like, we got this, but we would really like to still go for this. Can you create a compelling, request to go to the 3.9, and,
mhm.
note that the owner has children, and this would help me do, so I gave it enough information, and then it put it into the verbiage of, thank you for the offer, but, we really would like, and then it talked about, my grandchildren, and then they came back and they're like, yeah,
Hmm.
we'll do the 3.9.
Interesting.
That's great. Awesome. All right, I believe Giandre, you have a question, and please let me know if I'm pronouncing your name right. Sorry about that.
It's John Ray.
Giandre. All
That's
right, awesome.
yes.
Okay.
Um,
Oh,
so I'm busy building a networking funnel and automation that if you book an appointment, it sends a person 1 hour reminder and a 3 hour and a 24-hour reminder, 1 hour reminder. And then after the appointment, it sends out 6 weeks later another uh, follow-up appointment or appointment email, and then 6 months and 1 year, and it repeats the process. But also from there on, we're just tracking where this contact is in the process. Has it already done the first appointment or first networking session, 6 weeks, 6 months, and 1 year? So I've done that. There's a few questions that I have in there. That's one of them is it keeps creating duplicate contacts for each form that's filled in, or each step of the road. It creates duplicate contacts. I don't know if you want to, if I need to share my screen or
yeah,
what
surely.
needs to
Let's
happen.
let's check that out. Okay. Yeah, if you can share your screen, I can definitely check that out if it's possible for you. Let's see.
Just need to enable screen sharing.
All right, I have enabled it now.
Okay, cool. Okay. So in contacts, it creates, where's all my duplicate contacts? Oh, we've added some pages, I see.
Are you saying over here it's creating duplicate contacts?
Yeah, so if it fills in a form or every step of the way, it adds, let me maybe just search Anku.
Okay. And
Yeah,
can you
like
please
the
show? Okay. I see. July 15, 259, 204. And just for this specific contact, right?
sorry?
And is creating duplicate contact just for this specific contact, not for any other contact, right?
No, for a few contacts. It's not only this one. I know what I usually do. I just select all of them and I kind of just um groups them together, but it keeps doing that, and I
Hmm.
think that's also the reason why it creates duplicate opportunities for me.
All right, let's see your opportunities. All right.
Let's just see opportunities. So yeah, like that creates different duplicate opportunities as well, because this is just as we tested it, that it happens like this.
All right.
Yeah, like
So
there,
what
I've
we
tested
can
it.
do, right? So in this case, what we can do, we can stop duplicates from creating by going into the workflow. So can you go to that specific workflow which you have created for this pipeline?
Yeah.
All right. And if you click on the settings, which is on the top over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. One. Let me just remove my line. Okay. All right. So let's see.
Can I ask a
Okay.
question on the workflow? Is it possible to have
Yeah.
two workflows attached to one funnel?
You can technically, yes, you can, yes.
Okay. So like if you've used, and then when you clone a funnel, does the workflow follow that funnel?
No, not
No,
like that.
no, doesn't.
Okay, thanks.
They just need to have, because I have so many like I have all of this as workflows that just comes out of one funnel. And it's like, okay, what do I do if I want to duplicate this funnel? I was like, I kind of just want to duplicate the funnel with, that's maybe it's something they can do. You can suggest for development, that you can duplicate the funnel with all its like email, with all the email templates, and with the because there's so many things that's linked into this funnel that's not
Right.
necessarily like that you need to keep track of, kind of. So yeah, it's just, no, I understand the problem, Jody.
Yeah, it is tedious, if you just copy the funnel. It would have been easier if you can copy the workflow as well, but unfortunately, it's just not there. It might be in the future, but let's see.
Yeah.
All
How
right,
long have
awesome.
you
But
been in
great
the
question,
sales
Jody.
process?
Well, I have recently joined in, right? So, and this is actually my first FEQ because
Yeah.
previously Carl was taking the FAQ Fridays. So I know he
Yeah.
was great, but I'm just going to, try to match his standards and live up to it.
Yeah. No, it's perfect. Okay.
All right. So if you can go back to that workflow in which you have attached it to your pipeline. All right. So what we can do here, we can cancel contact allow reentry. So, if they're filling out the forms multiple times, so what happens? System just keeps on creating a new contact for it because we have allowed reentry. So if we just clear it, if you check that off, and if that same contact goes to your funnel or to your website and fills that form again, then the workflow will not trigger for that specific contact, and it will not create a duplicate in your contacts as well. So
Okay.
this should like clear this out, and hopefully it won't create multiple contacts again if someone is filling out that specific funnel to which this workflow is attached.
Okay, so I must just go and change that for everywhere that they can re-enter.
Right.
apart from, because this one has conditions set up. I send them the email through email camp or through automations in my contacts. Then it waits, and if they haven't clicked on the 48-hour reminder 90 days later, it sends them the first email again.
Okay.
Will this, if I also click this, yeah? Or in
Yes,
theory,
that's
it
right.
won't. Okay, cool. Then
And
I
just
should
make sure
get
to
that right.
save it. Yes,
Yeah,
because if it was not saved, then it will not work.
yeah, cool. That was that one. Because I know I have somewhere have changed a setting to allow duplicate contacts, because the opportunities, like for instance, we're in property, so we have multiple of the same client, and if it doesn't, I didn't click that one. It didn't want to allow me to have duplicate opportunities for the same contact.
Right. And in some cases, in some workflows, we do keep that option on for allow reentry. For example, the appointment reminder workflow. So usually we keep the reentry uh, checked in for that workflow because, if someone books like, for example, they had an appointment a month ago, now they're booking another appointment, a month later. So if we have checked that off, then they will not receive any appointment reminders, whether it's through text or through email. So in that specific workflow, you can keep that on if you think that you will have contacts who will be automatically re-signing up or rebooking. But if you do like if you send in out like a manual invite, then that's also fine. Then you don't need to check allow re-entry in that specific workflow.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's perfect. I have a email reminder set up to the client. But then I've selected, I think it's the custom value or trigger link
Mhm.
for appointment to be rescheduled. How do I connect this one to the calendar of the session? Because there's a few calendars. There's a 24-hour link up calendar, 6 week, 6 month, and 1 year calendar.
Right, right. And over here, have you added the calendar yet? The one you want to connect?
Yeah.
All right. So can you please go to your calendars?
Is there any way that you could specifically note the contact to have access to re-entry, or is it just the funnel that you can do that on? Because it'd be nice if you've got clients that can re-enter things, you could do it specifically for that. Is that an option, or is it all in the funnel? Does that make
Yes,
sense?
it is an option. Yes. So the allow re-entry in the workflow, that's what it is for, that they can be allowed to re-enter that specific workflow. On your funnel, obviously anyone can re-enter, multiple times. If you have a funnel, I go there, fill out the form, I can do that multiple times, right? But
But I'm,
for the system, you have the control on it if you want this to happen or not.
but I'm saying specifically for the contact. So let's say Johnny comes in and we know that he's a prior client and we've got him now in sales process and he has access to, re-enter things. Could we specifically go to Johnny's account and allow, re-entry into everything? Or is it just within the workflow that you can automate? You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I got it. No, is actually in the workflow. It cannot be
Okay.
for a specific contact. Yes.
Okay. That would be a good feature.
Yes. I'll definitely note that, give that to the dev team, see if they can add it or not. Awesome. Great question, Jody. All right. Let's see. So this is the calendar you're looking to add, right? In that specific
Yes,
workflow.
there's one, that one, and then there's another one somewhere else as well.
All right. Okay. So you know which calendars you want to add. Now let's go
Yeah.
back to that workflow.
The workflow, okay.
Yes. All right. So if we can, so what we're going to do is that we're just going to add another action, and that will be for adding them to that specific calendar. So you can select the spot where you want them. So let's do it at the end where they receive the email that their appointment has been. That's where they can, basically book their appointment.
Yeah, they already booked their appointment.
But you want them to select a calendar, right? From which calendar they will be booking the appointment. Is that correct?
No, so it's the 24-hour reminder email that's been sent to them that it's please just remind 24 hours till this appointment and time with this location. If you can't make it, it's this appointment reschedule link. Will this reschedule link
All right.
be to the calendar they booked on or to a different calendar?
Yes, it will be the calendar they have booked on. That will be the same rescheduling for that specific calendar.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then that's fine. That's sorted out. This is something that I was wondering. Then I have when the client fills in this form, then it sends out an email for the customer, also just for future value for them, so that they have all of this information that they filled in. So this is all customer value, custom values. Just questions like
Yes.
what are your main strengths? Just general questions. But if they fill out the form, in theory, whatever they have on their contact would show here, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. So when we've tested it, it just gives us all this curly brackets. Even this, it didn't even pick up their contact. Would it be because it duplicated the contacts for every step?
I don't believe so, because if you're adding a custom value here, like you added it as a custom value, right? Over here, I can see it with the curly brackets and then the contact name.
Yeah.
And even for the questions which you're asking, even those were showing up just like this.
Yeah.
All right. I think it could be that it's getting duplicated. That could be one of the reasons, right? So what you can do, you can try not to duplicate it and see if it's the same result. If it is the same result, then just let me know and we can look into it further. Or I'll just reach out to the tech support and see if they can look into it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because this is quite an issue because this takes a while to fill in this And we just
I
want the
know.
client to
Yes.
have it as well, because that's one of the big problems we have with networking sessions is
Right.
like you get into a session like one-on-one, and then you explain what your business is, and then you go to the next person and you need to explain it again. So we just want to shorten that time that we can actually have a meaningful conversation inside
Right.
the meeting. Yeah. So,
True.
and
True.
then, okay,
That's
yeah.
great.
So that's just that. Cool. That's all I have for the moment.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. Yeah, do try that. If that doesn't work, then do reach out to the tech support and just let them know this is what is happening. Or next Friday when we meet, just let me know and we can look into it then. But yeah, that's great. Awesome. All right, guys. So we are reaching the end of our first session here with me. If someone has any last questions, do let me know, because we have just 3 minutes left, or we'll just wrap it up, and obviously we will definitely meet next Friday.
Just a quick question if I
Mhm.
had. I'm not finding the AI generators within the sites. I used to be able to find it, and now I can't see it anymore.
The
Like,
templates you were
yeah,
saying, right?
no, for like when you want to generate text or when you want to generate an image within sales process, I don't know where to go anymore.
Let's see. Okay.
Most of the time it's up on top of the screen.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I
and
thought.
and it's just a little icon now. I mean, it used to kind of flash up in your face, but now it's like a little robot.
Okay,
I don't know if
Yes,
that helps.
yes,
That
that's
that's what
right.
I'm seeing.
little robot looking guy.
Yeah. Take me to your
Yeah, it's
leader.
like an iRobot.
Yeah, and that's when you're in the sites, right? Or is that when you're in anywhere? I guess where you have to generate text,
Anywhere.
right?
Yes, yes. Anywhere you are, it will always be there on the top right-hand side.
And if for some reason it's not, just go to the live chat and
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll
ask support, and they'll direct you. Like the other day, I was doing something really simple, like I was just brain dead, and I was like, and they actually got me on a Zoom too, and like totally. Oh, what it was a workflow. I had an old workflow, but I wanted to update it, but I had people stuck. I had 31 people stuck at one thing. So he actually showed me how to go in and remove those contacts so that they wouldn't get into this new workflow that I, kind of just revamped so that it was a better flow.
Okay.
So it was really helpful. So if you do have questions,
Yes,
Yeah,
they
okay.
explain it really well and very quickly.
true, true,
All right,
true
sounds
that.
good. Thanks, Fahad. You're hired.
Yeah, thank you. All right, that's great. And yeah, tech
Thanks,
support is
Dave.
that chat support is actually a great resource. If you guys are stuck any time of the day, you just reach them out. They're very quick to solve out any issues you might have,
Yeah, I must
technical or
say,
even just a basic one.
yeah, I must say they work really, really well. The one on the chat widget one works really quickly, and if they don't, it's almost like if you it takes longer for what support and sales process to respond than the chat widget. And but if you go through the chat widget and they escalate it to say what support, it gets handled quicker than you actually message it. This is something
Yeah,
I
you just get the priority on it. Yes, that's a reason.
yeah,
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
When
That's
they come back and say, "Hey, we've missed you. Where you been?" Then I get a little nervous. They all know me pretty well. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. They're like, "Hey, we haven't heard from you lately," and I'm like, "Oh man, yeah," because
Yeah,
I'm figuring
Jadine,
it
I know that feeling.
out. But they are good. That's the main thing, and especially when you're first. I mean, like I said, that when I was working on that workflow, like I spent like 20 minutes because I usually try to figure it out myself. And then I was like, well, I am really wasting my time. And literally within 3 minutes, he did a loom, and as soon as he did the loom and I saw the step, I was just like, oh, crap, I knew that, but I was done with it within 4 minutes, and on to the next project. So it's a huge time saver too.
Right. That's actually right. Do that. Oh, that's great, guys. Thank you very much for, sharing your stories. I really enjoyed it. And I hope you guys enjoyed it too, because we will definitely be seeing each other on every Friday. So we just want to keep this momentum going on every Friday. And I hope you guys like me too.
Yeah.
So, yep, that's
We'll get
that's
you
about it,
trained in, and
guys.
we'll get you all trained in like we got Carl in. So you'll be good.
You'll be good. We won't break you much.
Well, thank you very much for that.
Thanks,
That
Rod.
really means a
Good
lot.
man.
You're
So
welcome.
tell Carl
Really
you're in
appreciate
good hands.
it.
Have a wonderful weekend.
I'll definitely let him know. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys, for coming in, and I hope you have a great day and a great weekend. And I'll see you guys next Friday.
Sure. Thank
Bye
you.
bye,
Later, guys.
everyone. Bye.
Goodbye.